Alright, guys, so we are here to film the June rating wrap up. Um, so I will go ahead and post, the collage thingy over here somewhere. And all the ones that are like checked off are the ones that I did end up reading or I'm going to be finishing. And then the ones with the X are the ones I obviously did not unfortunately end up getting to, but we're gonna start in no particular order in how I read them this month. We have Strange Pictures by Yuketsu. Guys, I absolutely loved this book. The way that all the stories intertwined with each other was amazing. If you love kind of like Japanese translated horror books or horror books in general, I would highly recommend Strange Pictures if you guys haven't read this yet, or if you have never delved into like Japanese translated stuff and you like horror books. I would highly recommend Strange Pictures by Yuketsu. And I personally actually am going to be reading Strange Houses and Strange Buildings in August. So yeah, I'm really excited for those ones because I loved this one. I loved how all the stories kind of intertwined with each other. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to say much else other than that. Except for if you love horror, you love Japanese books, please read Strange Pictures by Yuketsu. Absolutely love this. And I just love the cover. That color is probably one of my favorite colors of all time. I love bright neon green, and so this is just amazing. This book will probably never be leaving my shelves, to be honest. Whew. Love that book. And then same with the next book. I also really loved this one. I don't know why. I was kind of in a horror mood in June, I guess, because I ended up reading Slewfoot, A Tale of Bewitchery by Brahm. And you guys, this was my first delve into Brahm as an author. And I loved it so much that I actually ended up ordering where is it? It's back here. Evil in Me by Brahm is back here, so I'm excited to get to that one. This was amazing. It was kind of slow, I will admit. If you don't like a slow burn horror book, and I mean slow burn, because this is based back in Pilgrim time. So yeah, I loved this though. But I will say that if you don't like a slow burn, you're probably not gonna like this. But if you love weird girl horror, I highly, highly, highly recommend Slewfoot. I don't want to spoil too much, but in every book, Brahm includes pictures of his artwork of the characters in each book. And let me just show you. We'll go with just this character right here, which is the witch. Look at that. I love the artwork that is included in these books. And then I think the chapter headers also had some of Brahms' artwork. Yeah, it did. So, each chapter also has Brahms' artwork as the header. Loved it. 10 out of 10. If you haven't read this yet and you like slow burn horror, read Slewfoot by Brahm. I loved this book. This was amazing. I honestly did have a really good reading month in June. I just didn't end up reading a bunch. But what I did read, I really enjoyed. speaking of kind of horror, dark romance, psychotic FMC amazingness, we have Satan's Affair by H.D. Carlton. This was a great, I don't know if this technically counts as a novella because, hold on, of the page count. Oh, actually, no, it does. It's 144 pages of psychotic, awesome FMC. I think I gave this one 4 stars on Goodreads and Fable because I do like to use both. But I absolutely loved Sibby's story. And if you don't know, this book is a part of the Cat and Mouse duet, which is, you know, Haunting and Hunting Adeline, like probably 2 of my all-time favorite books. And this is like a little novella in that duet kind of series. So I'm excited for Satan's Affair or not excited for, I loved this book. Sorry guys, I just filmed my TBR video, so yeah, woohoo. I'm excited for this one though. I mean, not excited for it. Like, I ended up adding, if you check out my TBR video for July, I ended up adding another H.D. Carlton book that is in this Cat and Mouse series, so I keep getting it mixed up. But I loved Sibby's story. And yeah, if you like dark romance and you've read the Cat and Mouse duet, you should read this. 10 out of 10. But anyways, guys, sorry about that little bit of confusion. Brain got tired. Have not had enough coffee yet. I've been up since probably 5:30 this morning because couldn't sleep. So yeah. And then the next book I ended up reading was my library book of the month. I kind of tend to do that a lot. Which was One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I have the second book on hold at the library, so I'm hoping to be able to get to that one in July. But if not, I'll have it through August. So I am very happy that I read this book. I absolutely loved it. Was it a little intimidating? Yes, because had heard nothing but great things about this book, and let me tell you guys, it absolutely 100% lived up to the hype, at least for me. I think I gave it a 4.5 stars on Fable and a 5-star on Goodreads, but I absolutely love this book and am super excited to be picking up the next one from the library. Like, loved it so much. Don't want to give any spoilers, but if you like kind of dark, heavy fantasy and you haven't read this one yet, please do it. And then the next book, I did deviate from my June TBR a little bit because apparently my brain decided that it wanted to humble itself with a memoir by one of my favorite actors of all time. I ended up reading My Next Breath by Jeremy Renner. And if you guys know, this is Hawkeye from the Marvel movies. He was also in Mission Impossible, Knives Out 3, and brain can't think of the other one right now, but I absolutely love him. And if you know what happened on New Year's, he got of 2022, 2023, I believe it was, or 2021, 2022, he got ran over by a snowcat. And this is about his recovery journey. And it was simultaneously like hilarious because it really showcased his personality, but it was also very, very, very humbling. Yeah, apparently my brain decided that it wanted to humble itself with my favorite actor, or one of my favorite actors, And if you guys like to read memoirs and you liked the Marvel movies or, you know, Mission Impossible, I believe, and then like the Knives Out series, I would highly recommend this. Not gonna spoil it too much. It does get pretty visceral with him. I will say one thing that's kind of a little bit of a spoiler. It gets a little visceral when he starts to talk about the fact that his left eye popped out of its socket and he could still see with that said left eye while it was popped out of his socket. Yeah. But then it also talks about funny little quips about how many times he tried to escape the hospital. So, if you guys like humbling memoirs, I would highly recommend My Next Breath by Jeremy Renner. I'm not going to give this a rating because I don't rate memoirs, but I will say that I absolutely loved it. And yeah, this was amazing. Highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, really love this book. It will forever be staying on my shelf. Hopefully get it signed one day. But yeah, that book humbled me quite a lot. And so, of course, after I finished that one, I picked up Ruthless Fae, which is the second book in the Zodiac Academy series. I am about 50-ish pages in. I'm hoping to be finished with it by the end of this month, or at least most of the way finished with it. So I can't quite give you guys my rating yet. So maybe I'll include that in next month's like rating stuff. But I am going to count it as read for June because I did start it in June. I will be pretty close to either finished with it by the end of this month. So I'm excited, guys. I really loved the first one, and so far I'm really enjoying this one too. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. And I'm going to try to do at least one Zodiac Academy book a month for the rest of the year. So that way I can get at least close to being caught up with the series. I know I'm not going to get caught up with the series by the end of this month, but I very much would like to get at least to the halfway point by the end of this year. So yeah, I'm loving this one so far though. Okay, and then we're going to talk about the two books that I did not get to in June, which of course was Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I'm just procrastinating on unhauling this one because I know that once I get to it, I'm gonna love it. But I was just much more interested in the second book in the Zodiac Academy series for this month. So yeah, I will eventually get to Ninth House, maybe hopefully in the fall. It does kind of feel, it is more of a fall vibe book from what I can remember. I got about a quarter of the way into it the last time I picked it up. And I remember really enjoying what I read. I just need to pick it up, start it over, and yeah, I know I'm going to like it, but it's going to go back up onto the shelves to eventually be headed back into the cart. So, yeah. R.I.P. Ninth House for the moment. Okay, and then the last book that I did not unfortunately end up getting to is The Last Contract of Isako by Fonda Lee. It just is, the cover is giving me winter vibes, so I'm kind of more so leaning towards reading this one in winter. So maybe around like November, December, January, I will be reading this book, but I am really looking forward to it. So far I've heard really great things about it, so I can't wait to get to this one, hopefully by winter. But anyways, guys, if you're interested in what my July TBR is going to be, that video should be posted already. And yeah, I hope that you guys have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the fun things. And If you guys feel like it, go ahead and head over to my TikTok where I'll be posting some more shorts here shortly. But yeah, anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see y'all later.